Okay, the guy you're looking at here, loser. I should know. It's me, a week ago on my way to camp.
Go, 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 go.
My problem? People sometimes mistook me for a geek, but I fixed that problem. See? Here's the new me a week later. Okay, to the naked eye, nothing's changed. But believe me, the guy you're looking at here, big winner. Well, maybe I better fill in some more gaps. Let's go back a week. The docks. The day we finally got the crab girl cornered. Shadow 1, the only way for her to go is left. Shadow 2... Alex, what are you doing?
Try to keep up. Going left, like you said.
No, that's Shadow 1. You're Shadow 2.
Hey, I thought I was Shadow 1.
Look, the crab girl's going left. You work it out.
You know, as a friend, you should give up super heroics and get a more suitable job. Like landfill.
And you should try stand-up comedy. It'll make those mutts fly in the cell block.
Minimal escape vectors. Fine work, Shadow 2.
Thanks.
I presume you are planning a pincer maneuver.
I am now. Shadow 1, she's nearly at the end of the pier. Heard her left and we should have her trapped by that old control tower. Shadow 3, cut her off.
Shadow 3 would be...
You.
Oh, gotcha.
Give up! You're trapped!
Really? Watch and learn, you oversized tin of baked beans.
Riddle should be in position. Now!
Now this is tedious.
Okay, let's wrap this up. My favorite ep of Babylon 5's in Cable in an hour.
Ha! End of the road, crab girl. Now give me that loot. Hey!
Sorry to go over your head, Tin Man.
No! Get back here!
They always forget Shadow 2. Give me a break, you transparent twit.
Well, that should just about finish the... Scratch that. Shadow 1.
On it! Dead end, lobster girl. Unless you can fly.
Get off me!
Thank you.
Okay, bored now. Bye-bye. Surprise! Next time bring skis, and we'll have even more fun.
It's up to you now, 3. Go to flight mode.
Flight, but I've never... okay.
Go, Shadow 4!
There is no time to hesitate, Shadow 4. The crab girl is making her escape.
Shadow 4! Get in the air! What are you waiting for?
No, it doesn't feel right.
What? What are you doing? Okay. Looks like I've got to find myself a boat.
No, Shadow 1, I know what you're thinking, but it's crazy.
You want something done right? You've got to do it yourself.
Just stop!
Hey! What's going on? Campbell!
Sorry, Shadow 1, I can't let you risk it. One slip, and you'd sink like a stone.
Campbell! What's going on? Campbell? Campbell!
You're okay, Josh?
There are several important lessons to be learned from today's debacle. Alex, your part in the proceedings was...
Me? Randall's the one who choked.
Get lost! That thing felt like it was gonna blow up.
Oh, don't be such a child.
Got a minute? Camel, buddy?
In a sec, Josh, I just need to listen.
No. Now. You are never to override me in the field again.
What? I just saved your life.
The last thing I need is someone who can't cut it in the field, stopping me from doing my job.
Josh, you're wrong, and you know it. Right, Shadow?
Well, actually, there is an element of truth to what Josh says. Field work requires snap judgments and calculated risks, and in 92.7% of all cases, the only one with enough information to make them is the man on the spot. That override switch is a last resort, not a means of enforcing orders.
I don't believe this! I plan these missions. I make the hard decisions. I'm the glue in this whole sandwich. And that's the thanks I get. Okay, so I went a little non-linear. But if Josh thinks I'm going to play Scotty to his Captain Kirk, he's in for a shock. I mean, I'm a Mr. Spock at least. Farrell, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Get off me, geek! I'm fine. But you're all mates! Yeah! You can run, but you can't hide, Callie. Not when geography camp starts tomorrow!
The geography camp. I'd be stuck in the hills for a week, alone, with Farrell Fitzgerald and his goons, hungry for revenge. That was it. My life was over. I was a dead man. Unless I could take some protection.
Halt. Identify yourself.
Only me. I need to run some tests on the Shadowmobile. I was lucky the exoskeleton was still in the back of the Shadowmobile. Although I still had to do some fast talking.
Can't this wait until morning?
Too many witnesses. I need the cover of darkness.
But you have never flown before. Gretel mentioned technical problems.
The craft may not be airworthy.
That's exactly what I need to find out. Look, we're up against a supervillain armed with all the latest technology. Don't you want to be sure that yours works? Up and away.
Shadow 4, report your status.
I'll walk in the park, just like the simulator. Now, let's see what this bird can do.
Shadow 4, I am no longer convinced this is a good idea. You are leaving local airspace.
Return to base now.
Hurry, base. Breaking up. Malfunction. Soon. Over now.
Shadow 4, you are
Dropping off my radar. Come back.
It wasn't easy finding that campsite from the air, at night, without a map. But fear is a great motivator. The Shadow was semi-ballistic by the time I got back, but it was worth it. And with a bit of luck, no one would even miss the exoskeleton until after the camp. And even if they did, would they really mind? I mean, an innocent life was at stake here. Mine. To be honest, I was a little disappointed in Farrell and his Junior Psycho League. I mean, they had me at their mercy for a week. And what did they do? No build-up, no suspense. Straight for the eggs and violence. Some people just have no sense of theatre. Me, however... Somebody once said, revenge is a dish best served cold. I forget who. Probably one of those cooking show guys. Farrell didn't know it yet, but he had a dinner date with a certain silver superhero.
Yeah. Oi! Who's there?
I've been watching you, Farrell Fitzgerald. And if you ever pick on anyone else again, I'll be paying you another visit. Is that clear? Good.
I can't deny it felt good to give Farrell a dose of his own medicine. And a night cowering in terror in a toilet block never hurt anyone. I restashed the exoskeleton in the bush and waited for the real fun to begin. When Farrell's gang found him in the morning and he started trying to tell everyone what had happened.
It was that Silver Shadow, I swear. He's gone nuts. He's after me, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. Right, Farrell. The Silver Shadow, champion of justice, is really just a bully who picks on kids? Yeah. Well, we're all kids, Farrell. Why isn't he here now, tormenting us? Or maybe you're special.
Nothing special about him. All right, you happy campers. Give me all your money.
So, someone stole the exoskeleton and robbed us blind, then locked us up in the toilets. A lesser group might have sunk into despair at this point.
Go!
But Farrell and his gang found a way to keep themselves amused. You get the metaphor. My life was in the toilet. And the fact that I only had myself to blame just added that special sparkle. But even in the depths of misery, I could recognize a window of opportunity when I saw one. Okay, yes, I could have let everyone out and called the cops, or dialed shh for Shadow, and got Josh and the others to save me. Then been taunted and humiliated for the rest of my life.
Use the Force, Campbell.
But somehow the fix everything myself before anyone finds out option had more appeal. And anyway, if this exo-thief had half a brain in his head, he'd be keeping his plans close to his chest. I had to stay sharp, vigilant, all 5 senses alert for even the tiniest clue. Okay, so maybe I wasn't dealing with a master criminal here.
Ha! Gotcha! I don't know how you scored the suit, but there's no way you're making half the cash with it I am. That town was just a warm-up. Who knows what's next?
Huh? Do you think because you have a super-powered suit of armor you can walk into a bank and rip the door off the vault? They'll get you.
Hey, I bet I could do that in this thing. I was just going to hit the petrol station.
Okay, so maybe I'd been a little unwise, but he'd made the fatal mistake of thinking he was dealing with an ordinary kid. Little did he know that beneath this deliberately unimposing exterior beats the heart of a superhero, highly trained in all disciplines of crime fighting, including escapology. And touch typing. Mail to shademan@scourgeofevil.com.
Hey, what is that? It tickles.
Let's have a look. It's digital. I think it's video mail.
Hi, guys. Pam here. Oh, I'm having a great time at camp. The weather's good, and they're feeding us well, and... hey, listen, I took the exoskeleton to camp, and he got stolen by a guy who's going on a kind of crime rampage, so... do you think you could maybe come help me get it back? Great, thanks, bye!
Come on, Gretel. It's just like the simulator.
Shadow 4, are you the driver or not?
Look, we don't have time for this kid stuff. Out of the way, let me do it.
Get off me, Keanu! I'm the pilot here. Let's rock.
That door, there.
Thank goodness you're here. Listen, I can explain everything. First of all, there was
Not a word.
I knew it was possible they'd all hate me now. Well, they could just hate me later. Because right now we had to find that track and head off the world's dumbest thief.
This is your captain speaking. We are cruising at an altitude of 3 to 4 meters. Unless you want me to go lower, Cam.
Shadow 4, have you reached your target?
ETA, 10 seconds, space. We should just make it.
There it is! Now, some cover. Touchdown.
Okay, what's the plan?
Wait for it. Shadow, get ready to activate circuit PG-16.
Uh-huh.
A bit further and... when he's out in the open, the Shadow hits the manual override and we fly over and pick him up with the grapple.
About the manual override.
Shh. Now, Shadow, now!
Roger. Activating PG-16.
What's going on? Cam, I, got so annoyed at you overriding me that I ripped out the boards and trashed them.
Well?
Griddle, get ready to fly down and block his way. Josh, get on the loudspeaker, distract him. I'm gonna sneak up on him with this. A manual override. While Josh keeps him busy, I'll sneak up and jam his control system. I'll need at least 20 seconds to plug it in and cut his motors.
What do you want me to do?
Wish me luck.
The saucer? Aliens? Oh, no. I don't believe it. I'm having a close encounter.
Silence, Earthling. We are... Trons. From the planet Trontonia. We mean you no harm. Just return what is ours, and we will, get going.
Oh, no. Well, that's what you aliens always say. You're going to abduct me and steal my vital organs.
No! No! That's not true at all. We come in peace and a spirit of universal brotherhood to, unselfishly share our vastly superior knowledge.
No! You get away from me. I'm too young to be abducted. You're one of them. No, you're not using that probe on me.
No, you sink like a stone! Why don't they ever listen?
He's gonna sink.
We've got to do something.
Quick, G. Fly over and shoot him a grapple line.
Think about a brainiac. The downdraft would sink him.
Well, someone's got to do something. Campbell!
I can't swim.
Shadow for the base. Shadow, come in. We need help. What do we do?
I'm sorry, Shadow 4. Insufficient information to process. You're the man on the spot. You make the call.
Sure, if things had been different, I could have really cogitated on this one, held it up and examined it from every angle, until I was absolutely sure. But the thing that amazed me, that changed everything, was the fact I know for certain I'd have still made the exact same decision I did then, by instinct, 1 second later.
Help me! I don't want to die!
Got a minute?
Help me!
Okay, so here's the scenario. In 10 seconds, that suit's going under, so you either take it off and give yourself up, or drown. What's it gonna be?
Okay. I give up!
I've got... If I can hit the emergency release...
No, you don't. You're staying right here.
But these look just like Earth handcuffs. Oh. So tight.
A suit!
Okay, so things could have gone better. We're down 1 exoskeleton, but on the upside, the local authorities are up 1 criminal mastermind.
It wasn't me. It was those aliens.
You could say the atmosphere was tense when the guys dropped me back at camp. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in about a week. If you were into massive understatements, that is. I could feel their eyes burning into me, even through their visors. But I toughed it out. After all, they had 5 full days to cool down before I got back. So I knew the worst was over. Of course, I was wrong.
Welcome home, geek.
No, wait. Can we talk about this? Please! I bruise easy. Not the face, not the face! Of course, pound for pound, that proved to be only the second worst reception of my life.
Well, look who's back in town.
Captain Klepto. Come to borrow any more irreplaceable hardware to destroy, have we?
You've got every right to be upset. But if it's any consolation, I'm through with field work. If this has taught me anything, it's that I belong here, behind the scenes at Mission Control.
I am no longer convinced even of that, Campbell. Not only did you break every security procedure in the book, but your irresponsibility has cost us the exoskeleton. The key weapon in our crime-fighting arsenal.
Well, actually, the only reason why...
But it wasn't totally his fault.
Josh, it's fine. You said...
I mean, I'm the one who disabled the remote. And I suppose I did make too much of being overridden at the docks.
So much for being a team.
Face it, we're a joke.
I don't know. I'm doing my bit.
Well, teamwork is of double importance, now that we have lost the exoskeleton.
If I could get a word in here... We haven't. Of course, I could tell you uniting the team was what I had in mind all along. And hearing Josh admit he made a mistake surprised even me. But you wouldn't buy that for a second, would you?